श्री श्री आनंदमयी मात की जय. The master and the servant, though separate embodiments, are essentially one. When the master, in his infinite mercy, descends into a physical body, he becomes the servant. Just as there can be no servant without a master, so also the master is dependent on his servant. Thus, there is an eternal mutual relationship between the two, so much so that the one cannot exist without the other. The master is the sole object of the servant's self-dedication. On the other hand, the master relies entirely upon the servant for service. The one who in his fullness, in his totality, is the master. He himself, when appearing in division, becomes the servant. In other words, the servant is but a partial manifestation of the master. You boast so much of doing service. This is just idle talk. The real servants were Hanuman, Garuda, and others like them, who identified themselves so wholly with their masters that they had no longer independent existence. Complete subjection of oneself in service is what is required. He who is incapable of unreservedly offering to his Lord his all, his wealth, family, friends, mind, heart, and body, cannot claim to be recognized as the Lord's true servant. This whole world may be likened unto a drum with only one player. The rhythms it gives forth depend on his will. When Kirtan is performed, have you not noticed how many people dance and sing to the rhythm of the music? But do any give a thought to the instruments or their players? Those who pass their days on this earth in happiness, which is only a tiny fragment of the real joy, are not interested in knowing Him, the source of all delight. Seek Him, who is the fountainhead of everything. This is real tapasya. This is real sadhana. One often hears people say that while living the life of a householder, it is impossible to make spiritual progress. Is this quite true? How many opportunities are offered to a householder for practicing religion in daily life? Parental affection, the fondness between brothers and sisters, the love between husband and wife, the reverence and devotion of children for their parents, the companionship between relatives and friends, the blessings of dependence and of the poor and suffering are all potent aids towards a life that ultimately aims at self-realization. Think it over and you will understand. Tossed about incessantly between the ordeals and pleasures of family life, the spirit of renunciation sometimes awakens in man together with a desperate yearning for God. Where this is so, the householder has a better chance even than many an anchorite who has left home and family. What is the good of saying, I want to turn my mind to the eternal, but I am unable to do. When anyone in your home has just an ordinary illness or indisposition, no matter how preoccupied you may be, you at once consult a doctor and run here and there for remedies. Or if anything goes wrong with your worldly affairs, think of the amount of trouble you take to put it right. But when you find a difficulty in concentrating on God, you at once give up, fold your hands in your lap, saying, I cannot, and wait for His grace. Does this befit a Karma Yogi? If once you rouse yourself to enthusiasm, you will be able to concentrate well enough. You spare no pains to make your body healthy, strong, and beautiful. If you try equally hard to educate your mind, you will see how wholehearted, how fervent your aspiration grows. Merely to sit down and philosophize will not take you anywhere. It is necessary to apply theoretical knowledge in practice and to engage in sadhana. To be one-pointed in all you do will of itself teach you the secret of how the goal can be attained through action. श्री श्री आनंदमयी मात की जय।